1. Definition of the highest computer crime in Malaysia, 2025. In Malaysia, the most reported computer crime in 2025 is online fraud, especially phishing. According to Cybersecurity Malaysia, 68% of all cyber incidents in early 2025 were fraud cases, with phishing making up the majority. Phishing happens when cyber criminals pretend to be banks, government agencies, or trusted companies to trick people into giving away passwords, banking details, or personal information. These scams often use emails, SMS, or fake websites that look real, and they create a sense of urgency to pressure victims. Because phishing is so widespread and causes massive losses, it is considered the most serious computer crime in Malaysia today. 2. Why? This crime is harmful. Online fraud is extremely harmful because it causes huge financial losses, over 1 billion in the first half of 2025 alone. Victims also suffer emotionally, feeling stressed, embarrassed, or shocked, especially as scammers now use advanced tools like AI-generated voices and realistic fake messages. Beyond personal harm, online fraud reduces public trust in online banking, shopping platforms, and government digital services. Stolen data can also lead to identity theft, long-term financial problems, and insecurity in the digital environment. 3. Steps to prevent online fraud. To protect yourself, always be alert to suspicious messages, especially those asking for personal information or creating urgency. Use strong and unique passwords, avoid clicking unknown links, and update your devices regularly. Enable multi-factor authentication for extra security and install reputable antivirus software. Most importantly, always verify messages or financial requests using official phone numbers or websites. If something feels wrong, don't click, don't respond, and report it immediately. 4. Who to contact. If you become a victim of online fraud, contact cybersecurity. Malaysia's Cyber 999 for technical help and guidance. You should also file a police report with the Commercial Crime Investigation Department. For banking-related scams, call the National Scam Response Center at 997 for fast action to freeze transactions. Reporting quickly increases your chance of recovering losses and helps authorities stop future scams. Thank you for watching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about intellectual property. Firstly, introduction is IPO is artificial intelligence is growing rapidly and becoming a key asset for industry and national development. Because of this, protecting intellectual property is essential. In Malaysia, MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN is responsible for registering and enforcing IP right. To protect AI software, developer must know the correct IP category and the registration process. Second is how to visiting the MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN website. The first step is to visit muhammadfirsdadarwisybinmazlan.gov.my. This website provides information on all IP types, guidelines, forms, and the online filing system. It ensures that applicants follow the correct legally recognized procedure. Next is identify the correct IP for software. AI software is mainly protected under copyright because software code is classified as a literally word. Copyright exists automatically, but MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN offer voluntary copyright notification to strengthen proof of ownership. Patents apply only to software with truly new technical invention, which is rare. So, copyright is the most suitable protection for AI software. 4 is step for IP registration. First, to register, visit ipo online.tu.myipo.gov.my and complete Form CR-1. Provide detail about the software, the author, and attach supporting material such as source code or documentation. And then pay the RM200 fee and submit the application. My IPO will issue an official certificate which serves as strong legal proof of ownership and protection. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about privacy and surveillance. First, why privacy is important and how Malaysia protects it. Privacy matter because we share a lot of personal information online like our identity, banking details and location. If this data is misused, it can lead to fraud, identity theft or harm to our safety. In Malaysia, privacy is protected mainly by the Personal Data Protection Act PDPA 2010, which control how companies collect and use our data. Others law like the Communication and Multimedia Act also help protect the digital information. Second, what is surveillance and example? Surveillance means monitoring or collecting information about people. It can be done by the governments, companies or workplace. That have three types include in surveillance, which is government surveillance that have CCTV, biometric scanning and communication monitoring. Next is corporate surveillance, which is tracking online activity and user behavior. Next is workplace surveillance, which is have a monitoring emails or computer activity. Example, CCTV in public areas, facial recognition at airport and apps tracking your location. 3 is can employer monitor employees? Yes, employer can monitor works computer if employees are informed. They may use software to track website, emails and activity to protect company data. Fourth, can the government spy and how to protect yourself? The Malaysian government can access communication data for national security or investigation under certain laws like SOSMA. To protect your privacy, use encryption, VPNs, disable location service and limit what you share online. And lastly is why surveillance is an ethical issue. Surveillance become an unethical when it invades privacy or make people feel constantly watched. It can also lead to bias or unfair treatment. Ethical surveillance should respect human rights and be used only when necessary. That's all from me. Thank you.
Why reliability in computer systems is important. Computer reliability means a system can perform its tasks correctly and consistently without failing. In today's digital world, computers run banking systems, healthcare devices, transportation, businesses, and even daily personal tasks. If these systems fail, the results can be serious: financial loss, data corruption, service disruption, or even danger to human life. For example, unreliable medical systems may give wrong readings, and unreliable banking systems may process incorrect transactions. Reliable systems also improve cybersecurity because fewer errors mean fewer opportunities for hackers. Overall, reliability is essential to keep systems stable, safe, and trustworthy. 2. Case study when computers are not reliable. A major example is the Boeing 737 MAX crashes in 2019. A software failure in the aircraft's MCAS system used incorrect sensor data, forcing the plane downward. This caused 2 fatal crashes, killing 346 people and grounding the entire fleet worldwide. It shows how dangerous unreliable software can be in mission-critical situations. Another example is the 2021 Facebook global outage, where a simple configuration mistake caused Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp to go offline for hours. Billions of users were affected, showing how a single system error can disrupt global communication.
A third example is the WannaCry ransomware attack in 2017, which spread because many outdated Windows systems lacked security updates. Hospitals, companies, and governments worldwide were affected, proving the risks of unmaintained and unreliable systems. 3. Opinion: Android versus Apple reliability, simple version. For hardware, Apple is usually more reliable because they control both the phone design and the software. This means fewer defects and more consistent quality. Android phones vary because many brands make them. High-end models are reliable, but cheaper ones may have issues like overheating or weaker batteries. For software, Apple's iOS is generally more stable because all updates come directly from Apple. Android is more flexible, but different brands update their phones at different times, which can cause bugs or security problems. In short, Apple offers more consistent and reliable Android. Depends on the brand and model. Both can be reliable, but Apple is more predictable overall.
Professional ethics in software engineering. MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN case. Introduction. Professional ethics is crucial for software engineers, especially when creating systems used by millions of people. In Malaysia, the MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN app, developed during the COVID-19 pandemic, shows how important ethical responsibility is. Engineers had to protect public safety, user privacy, and maintain trust while delivering a national-level health system. Principle 1, responsibility to the public. Software engineers must always prioritize the public's safety and rights. For MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN, this meant ensuring accurate COVID-19 updates, vaccination info, and contact tracing. They also had to protect sensitive data like health status and location. Clear communication and transparency about how data is used were part of their ethical duty. Principle 2, responsibility to the client and employer. Engineers must act in the best interest of their employer while staying honest and professional. For MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN, developers had to meet government expectations, deliver a stable system, and work under high pressure during the pandemic. They needed to keep information confidential and avoid giving unrealistic promises. Ethical loyalty means supporting the employer without harming the public. Principle 3, responsibility to the product. Engineers must ensure the software they create is high quality, reliable, and safe. MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN needed to handle millions of users, real-time health data, and strong security. This required proper coding, testing, encryption, and continuous updates. Ethical responsibility doesn't end after launch. It includes long-term maintenance. Principle 4, professional judgment. Engineers must make decisions based on knowledge, fairness, and ethics. MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN developers had to balance speed, privacy, and system performance. They had to choose the safest and most ethical design, even if faced with pressure. Good judgment protects both users and the integrity of the system. Conclusion. MUHAMMADFIRASDARWISYBINMAZLAN shows that software engineering is not just technical, it's deeply ethical. By following the principles of public responsibility, client responsibility, product quality, and professional judgment, engineers help protect safety, trust, and national well-being. Strong ethics ensure that technology benefits society and respects human rights.